that we have seen CE bring out a Cho'Gall in the last 3 games they've played. They went for Cho'Gall's Angels, the triple Diablo Angels, Malthael, Ariel, Tyrael, and then Cho'Gall, and it was pretty awesome.
Wow.
It wrecked. It was so savage. For now, though, we're starting off on Sky Temple. Map choice by CE, 4-0 on this map right now.
I just realized 4-0 looks like AWOL. Away without
It does,
leave.
yeah.
Yeah, good win rate here. We're getting to the better teams, ladies and gents. We saw some 1-3s, 1-2s, 0-3s before. And these have good win percentages here. Now, because it is best of 2 and we're halfway in the season, Phase 2 is just beginning. Not too much of a sample size yet, but that looks pretty promising for both sides. Pick and ban is underway, draft has begun, and ESTAR are going to be starting off with their first ban here.
Yes, they are. So, what are we going to see? ESTAR, very fond of the double support comp. It's still popular, equally as popular as it's always been here. The Uther is banned out, and that might mean they want to take away that Oriole, which would limit CE a little bit if they don't find a way to take it themselves.
Yeah, as you said, Uther removal. Do you give Ariel away? Genji, another huge power pick for these teams. Ariel, Genji, Dahaka, powerful picks that you need to choose between. You're going to get 2 of them. Which one do they not want to give away? I would say an Ariel ban would be pretty safe here.
I would say so. That seems pretty reasonable, and they are very comfortable in any supports they play, so they're just lowering the pool. But this does give Genji open, and he is, of course, going to be first pick.
Yep, pretty much a given. So Genji comes out now. Genji's strongest counter is Uther. His strongest enabler is Uther. So Uther's gone. Still Genji though, as these 3 picks, Ariel, Uther, and Genji, seem to be the top contested ones all day today.
Indeed. Also, I am apparently a couple seconds ahead, but either way, I was just talking about how Genji is super obvious, so not so bad here. But let's see what CE do end up picking. Several of the top heroes left open, Dahaka especially, Greymane especially, these are very popular picks. And on this map, Dahaka especially, gonna be very useful if they pick him.
Just a small segue into the format of the tournament. It is a best of 2 in the group stage. Some people wonder how it works. Well, it means you play 2 maps. Whatever score happens, happens, and you will get 0, 1, or 3 points. And how often that happens in Heroes of the Storm? Well, you know, it's been happening a little bit more. It was the format of choice at the recent World Championship Mid-Season Brawl, which concluded about 2.5 weeks ago. And it was a very interesting format that led to good story points, storylines. It seemed fair. All the teams were happy with it, all of them. You get a lot of matches to prove yourself. And it is still cutthroat enough to say, okay, it's just these 2 maps. You can have a draw. It makes a victory even more meaningful since you have no wriggling room. It's gotta be a 2-0. And in the end, it is the knockout phase where best of 3s, best of 5s will be used. As, of course, knockout cannot permit ties. But in group stage, why not?
Yeah, why not allow them to get ties? Why not allow them to show off and get some points here? So, ESTAR gonna be bringing out that Karazim and taking the Dahaka, seeing as it was left open by CE.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with the top 3 supports already being taken, Ariel, Uther, and Rhaegar, if you don't get your support in right there at that pick phase, you risk getting something banned out. And you would have to default towards Malfurion, Morales, Lily. Okay, pretty strong supports, but with some weaknesses that can still be exploited in the rest of the draft. And Karazim, what's unique about him is he has, as a support, he has 2 of the most useful heroics. They're not a huge part of his power spike per se, 7-sided strike and palm, but they are both equally valid, and they give you a lot of flexibility in how you play him.
Yeah, very strong heroics in general. Tassadar getting banned out. ESTAR a little bit fearful of that double support comp because Rhaegar, very good substitute for Uther or Ariel in that kind of composition.
Yeah, Tassadar, Rhaegar, and Nubarak would enable an Illidan. And the team so far for ESTAR is not that Illidan-proof yet.
Yeah, exactly 50% win rate for Karazim. 25 wins and 25 losses. Oh, that's a decent stat number to actually show that he's in a pretty decent place right now.
Yeah, nice, balanced Karazim. As a monk, finding balance is very important. And the Tassadar ban is smart for another reason, because Tassadar Tracer was an option, Tassadar Vala, Tassadar Illidan. He enables so much auto-attackers.
Yes, he does. So, what are we going to see as the last two picks for ESTAR? They have support, they have range/melee damage, Genji sort of fitting into a sort of ranged poke/melee backline murderer, and the Dahaka coming in as the secondary tank, so it's very unlikely we won't see another tank for ESTAR at least.
Yeah. Well, one main tank. I kind of like Leoric against Anubarak and Arthas, but not against Greymane, so that's tough. Like, they could choose to go for Leoric, but they'll be very macro-oriented between Leo and Dahaka, and not a lot of peel. The good thing is Genji, Karazim don't need peel, so you could be aggressive, but then Leo isn't exactly bursty enough either. Liking the Muradin a lot more than what I was contemplating. And one more is going to be the Tychus to deal with the double warrior setup. Good choices.
Yeah. Very nice choices. Tychus is going to be able to drop some good sieging onto these objectives and of course burn through Arthas as long as he's able to stay at range due to the percentage damage, ignoring Arthas' base physical armor that he does have. The Muradin, like I said though, also very nice. It's going to be up to Greymane to time his cursed bullet to get to maximum efficiency. And it's Brightwing as the support for CE.
Yeah, second support, of course, with Rhaegar. So they get the double support action with the double warrior, Greymane. Let's see, would you go with Emerald Wind here? I think so. Anytime you run Brightwing as a double support, I think Emerald Wind offers a lot. You can Burrow Charge in, port to Anubarak, then Emerald Wind, or you can stop Dragonblade Genji from getting a lot of effect. I like the draft here for CE. I'm excited about this game.
Same. Sounds pretty looks pretty good. Going to be interesting to see how they are able to execute it. And so we do prepare. Once again, it's going to be on Sky Temple, so big map, lots of global potential, which their Brightwing it does help with. So she doesn't have the best wave clear.
Yeah, she's pretty good wave clear, I guess. She's okay, like a little bit above average. Rhaegar's great. Arthas is pretty great. Greymane is great. So overall, a lot of control. Wave clear is not the number one thing on Sky Temple, but it is nice, especially during the second temple phase when you've got that bruiser camp to contend with. Usually the bruiser camp split push during the temple is strong because it's north and south. Hard to deal with both at the same time without potent global and wave clear. A very teamfight oriented comp with very little wave clear on the side of ESTAR. That concerns me a little bit, I must admit. Genji, bad wave clear. Karazim, Muradin, all three, bad wave clear. And what was their other two picks? Tychus is quite above average.
Yeah, and Muradin? Oh, I think we already went over that.
Muradin already mentioned. What was it? Dahaka. Okay, Dahaka's fantastic. Yeah. So, big burden on Dahaka's shoulders. Well, let's see how it plays out. The pieces on the chessboard have been set, and it's time to make the plays in map 1 of ESTAR versus CE.
Let us get into it. It's going to be on the Sky Temple as we are loading in. Most of the analysts and casters seem to believe it's going to be a CE 2-0. Let's see if we are able to meet up to that expectation as we have arrived. Spawning on the left-hand side is going to be ESTAR. And playing for them is going to be FZ, China #1, Good, Kid, and Ooze.
On the right side in the red, comprised of Aluful, Wind, KTY, Paradise, and Suyu. In the red, it is going to be CE.
And we load in, the gates open, and we are underway. As Ooze immediately takes the watchtower, using that Dahaka mobility to maximum effect.
1 minute cooldown initiated. It removes the option of soaking bot lane as Dahaka and then burrowing top. This is a great Hero League strategy for Dahaka to manage crazy mid parties, 4 versus 5, 5 versus 5. People that stay mid, overstay, don't split. You just do bottom lane, then top, and you don't lose even any XP at all. And if the opponent 5-mans mid, you will actually out XP them. So it is nice in Hero League, but of course it's not needed in competitive. He gets the vision, gets the information that his team craves about the rotations. And ESTAR had that vision for a few glorious seconds before CE took it back.
Yeah, CE taking that back very quickly. Zuyu getting focused, good stun by
Stormbolt?
Muradin. Genji jumps in, but he doesn't get the kill, so he doesn't get the
Oh!
reset. They do kill off Greymane, but Genji, because he didn't get the kill with that dash, is not able to dash out and is focused down for the kill.
Yeah, if you hit someone with the dash, you still confirm the kill a second later. It still works out. You get the reset, but it took about 3 seconds, so a little bit awkward.
Just out of time.
You get the 1-for-1. I can't say it's in anyone's favor. I don't see any quest stacking talents for either team here, so it's kind of like committing an 80% life Genji to kill a 10% life Greymane. So in that sense, it's bad. You don't need kills to get ahead on the map. If you make your opponents run with 10%, it is about time to recognize that as an advantage in and of itself. People zone in so much on kills on the ladder and even in competitive that they commit full HP characters to finish off 5% ones. And that just don't make any sense.
Indeed, it does not. Muradin able to jump out there, not getting finished off. As we do see ESTAR, they are attempting to move back onto the point. Ooze with the drag, trying to get Greymane. Greymane jumping in, but Kid getting the reset, looking for a Lufel as well.
Nice.
Gets that too. 2 kills going over to ESTAR.
Wow, Genji with the 2 kills already. Using his resets on his swift sweep. Very nice. It was, of course, a 5 versus 4, just about. That means there's a potential of lost XP for ESTAR. But since CE gave them the fight, lost their heroes, they managed to get a lead here at ESTAR.
Yes, they do. They're taking the rest of the shots from mid lane, dropping a little bit more damage. That will kill off the tower, but does not kill off the fort.
Okay. Half a fort HP here for ESTAR in the top. Bruiser Camp already being taken by CE. And the question is, will they delay it or will they push with it? There is a strategy where you delay it, like I mentioned at the beginning of the draft, at the beginning of the game. But you can also do a quick cap, push alongside with it, and it looks like that's what they're doing. So you do a 3-1-1, and you try to just get that fort down. And if you take it that fast, the opponent could still be preoccupied taking their own bruiser camp, which means there are not enough soldiers to defend the top fort.
Indeed, I am attempting. There we go. Gone up a second, so hopefully I'm not ahead anymore. We're seeing Ooze continue to clear. As a reminder, guys, we are casting from clean feed. FZ not dropping a Stormbolt yet. Finally drops it onto Arthas as Genji continues to poke.
Yeah, 4-man defense here. Fort took about 20% extra in damage here. Cocktail damage is not going to be enough to finish it off. CE slightly overstaying, and I'm not sure they can get away. Icebound Fortitude goes on. Bonus movement speed from Brightwing. He tries to give the face shield, and he gives it. 10 seconds long-lasting face shield, but in comes Karazim. And it's a 5-man by ESTAR. This is crazy. 5-man top. Giving up XP just to make sure that that altercation goes in favor of ESTAR. They confirm the kill, but they give up just as much XP, I dare say.
Yeah, they give up a lot of XP. The shield didn't even save Arthas here. It is interesting they're going for the shield. It's Q cooldown reduction, I believe, is that talent.
Which one?
The level 1 talent for Brightwing.
Yes, you're right. If you hit with the edge of Arcane Flare, it's a 1 second cooldown reduction. Nice kill by Genji. He gets the 2 second grace period kill, so he swift sweeps out. But yes, Brightwing's Arcane Flare is on a 6 second cooldown. Hit with the edge per hero that you hit, 1 second off. Hit with the center damage per hero, 3 seconds off. So you either have to hit 6 heroes with the outer edge to get an instant CDR, or 2 heroes with the center.
It's pretty good. Then, like we said, the unstable anomaly, I believe, is the polymorph talent for Brightwing at level 4, and the phase shield, the teleport shield. So none of these talents actually synergize together, but they're all good in their own right.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she's doing. No synergy whatsoever, just things that are nice. Arcane Flare, cooldown reduction, the damage, the shield. Never seen quite this build before from Brightwing.
No, very unique. Very cool to see. We like seeing unique stuff as a noob goes in looking for FZ. FZ popping the avatar, staying alive here, and is able to pull back to his own side. He was very deep, which is how a noob was able to engage him at his own base, basically.
He actually avatared before Tychus even chose Heroic. Tychus going with the Odin. We see the Haka Isolation, Dragon Blade, Divine Palm. No level 10 for CE just yet.
Yeah, they're waiting it out for the not waiting it out, sorry, they're soaking it out, trying to get up to that XP number that they need. And I agree with what you said earlier before the game started. I think the Emerald Wind could be pretty lovely, and that is in fact what they go for. Emerald Wind, Cocoon, Army of the Dead, the Cursed Bullet, and Mystery, but probably Ancestral.
Acid-drenched mandibles, bloodlust value, maybe, but probably ancestral.
Like the Brightwing bloodlust. That sounds hilarious. But for now, we see isolation used. Muradin jumping, a noob tunneling in, but getting hit by the dragon. Second, he reveals himself. Genji comes in, secures the kill onto that Anubrag. And CE still on the back foot, 6 kills to 1. They're a full level behind.
It should be noted, this is the.
It is bloodlust.
What? So,
Neat.
acid-drenched mandibles, grey main auto attacks, and that's pretty much it. The rest just has normal auto attacks. So it's maneuverability, I guess.
Yeah, movement speed for Arthas sounds pretty brutal because Arthas did not go rune tap or anything like that.
Sure, yeah, and no, yeah, exactly, and no trait build, or not that really helps with bloodlust, but yeah. There we go, bloodlust. Let's see how it goes.
They're moving in, trying to get Muradin, and Muradin is palmed. I was about to say destroyed, but he pops out, gets the avatar off, is still in full retreat though, as he's getting focused down with no mana available. Emerald Wind for the disengage as the bloodlust finishes.
Yeah, Muradin actually, and you know, and this is basically what happens when you bloodlust. Everyone starts running. It only lasts for 8 seconds. That does give you a chance to pick someone off if you hit your stuns and roots, but Muradin did get saved by Karazim there, so good job by ESTARs. Perfect Divine Palm.
Yeah, the palm was absolutely wonderful there, and I like the strategy, bloodlusting in and then dropping the Emerald Wind as a disengage the second it ends. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Now, the double temples in place. We see the structural lead for ESTAR. They're actually getting greedy. They're starting to do the boss statue. Do you think that's a good idea?
I don't think so. Everyone's really available. Brightwing can teleport in. The only person who wasn't there was Arthas.
Oh, look, they're using it as a distraction.
Sneaky ooze.
I love
taking
that.
The shots.
They're forcing Arthas to come off the temple to respond to the boss threat, and then they take a few shots. As soon as they see that CE turns around again, they threaten at the boss again. They're now going for Nubarak. This is actually a really high-level tactical play by ESTAR.
It is. The ESTAR roster looking solid right now as CE continuing to just hover around this area. Arthas did rotate back up to top. No boss attempt again. This time they're rotating up, but the Watchtower will see ESTAR rotate up. So Arthas is able to retreat back. Mostly safety. Muradin's around the area, but his allies are near enough that that's not such a big deal.
Yeah. Temple vision control here for ESTAR. They take a few more laser shots. Thoroughly ahead in structures. Go straight to the keep those shots. ESTAR is in the solid lead. They have a 6-1 takedown stat as well. And CE is feeling the squeeze. On Sky Temple, you cannot afford to play passively when you're behind in structures, because you'll just lose to attrition.
Focus down. The palm is on him, but he's healing up by his own ability. There's the Bloodlust trying to move on. They cocoon good. It's now FZ who is in danger, but a Dwarf Toss able to get him out as the cocoon will pop, and it is going to be Tychus who is dropped.
Oh, The residual bloodlust still strong as Cocoon pops. They get the perfect stun chain there. And this is the kind of fight that CE really was looking for. They steal the Bruiser camp, they get the kill, and now heavy pressure. And they're going straight past the highway here, where the fort is down. They hope to get a keep before ESTAR even does, despite the structural advantage that ESTAR has. And they've got a lot of buffer here. Defender's advantage is non-existent when the Bruiser tanks the fort. I mean, I guess the Fountain definitely is a little bit of an advantage, a bit of a heal. And Tychus is coming back, he still has Odin, so CE goes away. But they have now created an opportunity where if they get a big teamfight victory, they can end from top.
Yeah, they now have that opportunity. As we do see, Arthas is stacked on his Frozen Wastes now, so that's exceptionally useful. We apologize for apparently differences in delay. I'm literally as high as I can get my delay. It is there, but we are both casting from clean feed, so there's not a huge amount we can do about it except for both of us constantly refreshing, which we will do.
I'll try to refresh my stream now. Maybe that will help.
Do it after the game.
Yeah.
But either that or you could probably get away with it now, since we have a slight delay.
Yeah, there was no team fight going on, so I am at game second 27, 28, 29.
30, 31, 32.
Okay, now
33.
I'm half a second ahead, so there we go.
That's better, so yeah, we'll have that.
So we no longer have future casting from you.
Future! I was trying to delay as well.
No, it's all good. Thanks for that.
Alrighty, so FC dropping the stun. In comes CE, looking for it, not dropping the Bloodlust yet. They're being very patient with this.
Wow!
There's the Bloodlust, though, as we see Muradin completely destroyed as Greymade is shredding through ESTAR. ESTAR in full retreat. The palm is dropped and does activate this time. And this is a massacre. This Bloodlust comp by CE, turning this game on its head. And they've won every fight they've taken with it.
Yeah, I love it. This was a talent down. We see this so little in Heroes of the Storm, where a team willingly and knowingly takes a fight, a talent down, and they use the isolation on Kharazim, the Cocoon, to burst down Muradin, of all people. And they use Bloodlust to take him down so fast. Very nice to see that coming out, showing that you don't always have to wait for talents as long as you play it really well.
Yeah, they are just shredding through these fights. The Emerald Wind didn't hit as much as they wanted to, though, but still working out for them as they're trying to take this mid-temple, but Kid is being really irritating. They're going to be forced to retreat, actually, and KTY may be in danger, but no, Brightwing with the face shield will be enough.
You know, my only hope for talent synergy and Bloodlust was actually negated. As a Nubarak didn't get acid-drenched mandibles at 13. He's like, no, what I really need is 30 damage per second to everyone around me, rather than the insane crits. And, you know, it's wave clear, I get it. It's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be mattering. Either way, they are winning through this. Ooh. As they once again focus Muradin, palms down. He's dropped Avatar, stone form, everything he needs to survive. And he will get out, but who's in there? They're going to get rooted, and Kharazim gets destroyed.
Yeah, perfect Howling Blast timing by Kharazim. The escape route was clear for Kharazim. What he needed to do was Radiant dash to the right side on the minion, place a totem over the chasm, over the water, dash to that, and then make his way away from the watchtower. That only works if he doesn't get instant rooted. So the timing was important, and Arthas did land it.
He did land it. Very nicely done by him, and Arthas has that vulnerable as well now. So able to do even more work here. As a noob, found out a position. Face shield coming in. Emerald Wind interrupted here. So we're seeing Wind in full retreat, but he gets out. Brightwing might not be so lucky. Beautiful cleanse by Rhaegar. Keeping a Luful alive. A Luful speed boosting out. He survives. They've killed off Genji here. Ooze is trying to tunnel out. He gets interrupted by Wind and gets killed off. Only FZ alive. Kharazim's on his way from spawn. 100 career kills for Paradise achieved just now.
I don't really know how that was even possible. Newly reworked Brightwing with the shield dust, with the physical armor block at level 13 talent as well. Even though Emerald Wind got interrupted, she gave just the right amount of healing to her Nubarak to stay alive. And Genji took the double Dragon Blade swipe at Brightwing. And for sure, I thought he was going to finish her off with a swift sweep. But instead, it was him that bit the dust.
Nice save on a potential disastrous misplay by CE, and now they are pushing into bot lane. They don't have 20 yet, but they have Brightwing split soaking and looking to maybe grab a Mercenary Cam? No, I'm not sure where Brightwing's going, actually. There we go, TPing in to help the team.
There she is. Emerald Wind still available. Big chunk on Muradin. He can't catch a break. One of the most survivable warriors.
Yeah, but he requires abilities to do so, and that extra polymorph duration that Brightwing has, making it more difficult. Brightwing also has the upgraded Emerald Wind. Bloodlust is dropped slightly this time, but it's still completely destroyed Genji. Didn't have a chance. As CE move on to the core, looking to end the game here. Boss of just under half health. This should be enough. They even kill off Karazim for good measure, and that is going to be GG, and CE take game number 1.
That is satisfying for all the people that have been bullied by Genjis. A 5-man bloodlusted comp with the cocoon destroying Genji entirely. Lovely.
It was very spectacular. Very impressed by CE. Able to pull off a good execution. It goes to show, you don't have to have a fully auto-attack comp to make use of Bloodlust. It can still gain value off like the 2 heroes that they were gaining value off in the form of Arthas and Greymane.
Yeah, obviously Greymane, a great auto-attacker. He benefits from Bloodlust. Everyone gets a little bit of lifesteal from Bloodlust as well. You get repositioning value, bonus damage through your auto-attack speed. I guess it was good. I like it. I like it. I mean, seeing is believing, isn't it, Tetcher?
It really is. So very cool to see that. Very nicely done